So for sometimes it's really hot. So they have warm windows. Well, they bought a house. For a long-term rental house. They had warm windows. So I'm going to go fix. Copy of the sign next.
I'm going to call the meeting to order. It's 7:02. All right, we're going to start with roll call. Ken Roman. Here. Lori Anderson. Here. Janice Olson.
Here.
Matt Lausrick is here. Mary Beth Stillman's here. Paul Ellers.
Here.
Jesse Casino.
Jesse is here.
Thank you. You can stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Minutes of the previous board meeting.
I move we accept the minutes of the previous board meeting.
I'll second.
The motion has been made and seconded. Is there any more discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed say aye. There's no opposed. Clerk's report.
It's been a very busy month. I just completed the C form with the state. And actually, I think we were the very first ones to submit it to the state. They had a problem with their site that you couldn't submit, but anyway, it went through. I did do the fire dues certification as well. Also, we have a safety inspection for, that needs to be done, and that has been completed. So, and then we're also getting ready for our April 7th election. I did get the ballots yesterday, and I have mailed out today the absentee, so that process has started.
All right, thank you. The treasurer's report. We have a motion to approve.
Also move. I'll second that motion.
The motion has been made and seconded to approve the treasurer's report. Is there any more discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed say aye. There's no opposed. We have board comments.
Yeah, the short-term rental committee met, and we have tried to streamline the process for renewals to make it easier for people to just renew their license. Bayfield County has changed their regulations regarding short-term rentals, and it's pretty stringent and a lot more expensive than it used to be. And so we're working with them. Their list of short-term rental people equaled ours. And every 2 months, they do a sweep of 10 sites that advertise short-term rentals. And so they sweep that for Bayfield County, and they'll notify us if there's anything in the county bell that's going on. So anyways, I think we have 6 names that will be recommended and get approved later in the meeting.
Okay, thank you. Any other board comments? Any correspondence? Committee reports?
Matt, may I have a short from Parks and Lands? We met this past Friday. One of the topics of discussion, and it's been an ongoing problem as long as I've been coming up here, is the water down at the lakefront. Everything's underwater down there right now. We've thought about ways to fix the drainage. We now have a health department issue with the flowing well down there. And I would suggest the town look into getting, hiring an engineering, civil engineering firm that specializes in water issues to figure out a plan, what we can do. We have the personnel and we have material to fix and fill, but I think we need someone with expertise to say what we need to do and divert the water to where it belongs rather than making the area unusable. It's a very visible part of our town. A lot of visitors see it, especially in the summer. We get a big rainstorm. A lot of it's not usable during the summer, even right now. Right now, it's really bad, but it's going to be a health issue now. So I think the town's really got to deal with it. And we could maybe put on the agenda for next month for discussion. Thank you.
Thank you. Did you contact the county about rebuilding the gazebo?
I did, no, I didn't talk to the county. I just talked to a well guy. He said he was going to get back to me this spring. But there's going to be a lot more involved. If we do any fill, that's going to have to be raised also.
I only asked because I got an email from the county today, returning my call, which I never made, about rebuilding a structure down there. So, you?
Batman. I knew.
I said, thank you for getting back to me, but I never called you in the first place.
Was it Emily?
So she's gonna look into it and get back to us on Thursday. Guess so. I guess I'll take it though. Correspondence.
She just heard Matt from Bell and this, yeah, the commission.
It'll all work out. All right, thank you. Any other committee reports right now? Sanitary district report? No. Public comment period? Any public comments? Matt?
I've got one that has to do with the river crossing of the Siskiyou River on Mountain Road. We were working towards getting that replaced, as everybody's aware. We did get a grant to purchase the material. This is a project we're working with the DNR. Couple little engineering technicalities. We were hoping to have it done late May, but now we might have to push that back a little bit later, depending, talking about all the previous washouts we've had in the past have now deposited some sediment downstream. So we're trying to figure out how we can remove some of that. And I'm just working through some more logistics. So still the chance it's gonna happen this year, but nothing sure.
Thank you. Yes.
Today I was looking at my email and I received an email that talked about the reintroduction of the bill by Tom Tiffany to rename the National Lake Shore into a national park. And there's going to be a meeting at the Bayfield County Board on Thursday at 4:00 with the commissioners or the supervisors. And it's also going to be online. If you do feel strongly about it one way or the other, probably time to weigh in with our legislators.
Thank you. Any other public comments? Okay, gonna move on. We're gonna, I guess, skip right to open the gravel bids, since Pat's here and he probably wants to get going. We have 2 sealed bids. First from Trusty Trucking. Then Matt, you wanna come look at this? For approximately 2,500 tons of 3/4 inch and 1 1/4 inch dense base. $21.23 per ton. This is from Olson Brothers. 2,500 tons of 3/4 inch and 1.25 inch din space. $22.45 per ton. Nope. What was that one? Olsen Brothers,
21, 33, or 22, 45.
22 foot. Good?
Yep.
Okay. All right, so to recap, Trusty Trucking is at 2123. And Olsen Brothers, 2245. Yes, okay.
What is the equivalent, gravel and tonnage and
Yeah, both 2,500 tons, both for the same type of material.
I move we accept the bid from Trusty Trucking for our gravel.
I'll second.
For 2123.
Yes.
Okay, the motion is made and seconded to approve Trusty Trucking at $21.23. Is there any more discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed say aye. There's no opposed. Yeah, just- Thanks, Pat.
You want to take?
You wanna take your?
Sure.
Yep. Yeah.
You want copies of it?
I'll make a copy.
I'll put it on the copies.
Thank you, Pat.
Thanks for the opportunity to bid, as always.
Is it the 10th?
Thank you.
Should have made a copy.
Have a good evening.
You too. All right, we're gonna go back to number 1 now. It's just an announcement. We have the committee and commission appointments that are up in April. And for Parks and Lands, we have 2 positions, Richard Dunn and Doug Becker. Harbor Commission is Will Tillmans and Jessica Resack. Plan Commission is, we're kind of,
Nancy and Ashley.
you're sure on both of those?
Well, Nancy, I'm dead certain on. She's a year over.
Okay.
And Ashley's filled the last year of, Anderson's.
Okay. So Nancy Moy and Ashley, I don't know, last name,
Henniger?
something like that. All right. So those positions will be appointed at next month's meeting. So if anybody wants to make nominations, please do so to my email. And on to new business. We have the ambulance service contract. I hope everybody got all the emails.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Tried to do it all at one time this time.
so, what do we,
So did everybody get a chance to look at that?
yes.
So I'll recap. The ambulance service contract for this year, our portion of it comes out to $41,412.49. We can pay that in one lump sum or 4 installments of $10,353.12. So,
And what we've done in the past, we pay it quarterly. And then sometimes in August, I'll pay it off. Because we get our deposit from our August settlement for taxes.
Yeah, it's good to make sure we have none.
Sure.
I move that we pay that, our portion of the ambulance service contract quarterly.
I will second that motion.
all right, the motion is made and seconded. Is there any more discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed say aye. No opposed. Additional trail in the Lost Creek Falls Trail System. Is that an accurate descriptor?
Yes,
You
it's
wanna
good.
tell us a little bit? This is Sarah Hudson, by the way.
Yeah, do you want me to stand up or do you want me to? sit
Whatever you
down?
wanna do.
Okay, I'll stand up because I feel weird just sitting down in front of everybody. My name is Sarah Hudson. I am the recreation coordinator for Bayfield County Forestry and Parks. The Forestry and Parks Department has submitted 2 separate grants to do some trail improvement projects at Lost Creek Falls. The first one was due back in November, which was to the Wisconsin Coastal Management Program. And that was to do some trail restoration work on the existing trail. And then also finally create an EMS access trail off of Clemac Road. And our dream is to make it all the way to Trail Drive and into the existing parking lot. But we would be happy if we got enough funding just to make it to the falls and back. So that this was something we had talked about with the EMS in town and fire. They're approving of it. We are 90% sure that we will be getting awarded that grant and the county staff will do it, the work on it. Really the grant money will go towards materials to be able to do it. The second grant that we just submitted was a recreational trails program grant through the Wisconsin DNR. And that is to create an additional trail at Lost Creek Falls, starting at the overflow parking lot. So at the very end of Trail Drive, and then looping around on mostly old logging roads that are there, and then connecting with the existing trail right by the waterfalls. So this gives people an option to do a looped trail, and then also kind of disperses traffic, disperses foot traffic, and just hopefully makes that user experience and the chaos in the parking lot better and better. So what we are asking for is a letter of support from the town, because where we would like the new trail to start has to go across about 20 yards of Town of Bell property before it gets into the county property. And so we are just looking for your support on that. We would be asking to ask from the DOT, so it's all money. It's really just support on that. And then we would also help the Town of Bell clean up and improve that parking lot that's at the end of Trail Drive. So that's it. Does anyone have questions?
I just want.
Oh, yeah, Matt.
Little side note too is that the county already supplied us with gravel for this additional parking lot for our turnaround down there. So it has, Johnny Mesco is still around. So.
So the trail would start at that turnaround?
Yes. Yep.
And so you'd walk maybe the road back to the original parking lot?
Yep. Or it would start right. So at that turnaround that's at the end, there's an old logging road just before the kind of lollipop that's there. And that's where I think that new trail would start.
Okay.
So then that would meander through, meet the existing trail, but people could do that loop trail and then just walk the road down. So just trying to make it, spread people out a little bit more if we can and make that user experience a little bit better.
So how many additional parking places do you think that would create?
If we could get people to actually angle park, 12 to 15 probably. I think that's if you angle park them and then that center is just a very small little circle or just gravel.
Because I just heard that parking lot fills up.
It fills up and yes,
There's
it's,
potential for a little bit of expansion on the existing parking lot too. We gotta be careful about, there's a ravine on one side and the property line ends on the other, but a little bit of an expansion there as well.
Any other questions? All right, thank you.
thank you both all very much.
So I guess we should do this in 2 parts. I'm thinking a permission for the trail on town land and second, approval letter of support. Everybody okay with that? If so, is there a motion?
I'll make a motion that we approve it for using the town land for that purpose.
One second.
All right, the motion is made and seconded. Is there any more discussion? All those in favor say aye. All those opposed? No opposed? Secondary part?
I'll make a motion that we support the county's plan to extend the trail or build additional trail.
I'll second.
The motion is made and seconded. Is there any more discussion? All those in favor say aye. All those opposed say aye. There's no opposed.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Matt, would you like me to send you a letter of support template?
That'd be easier,
Okay.
yeah.
It's already drafted, I'll just send it.
I'll take it.
Perfect, right for you, just sign it.
Works for me.
Yeah. Again, thank you all very much.
Yeah, thank you.
See, maybe you can make a decision.
Yeah. All right, so next item, new payment system options at the recycle center. Another email that I forwarded to everybody. So I kind of thought we would discuss if we want to explore this more, not necessarily make a decision to do it or not tonight. We do have time, but, so, I mean, we probably need time to discuss with the employees that actually manage that.
Well, I don't know if you want a motion, but I talked to Tasha. She's been advocating for something like this for about 6 months. I told her, she didn't see the email, and I explained that we would use that point of sale. And we could, have the different bag sizes and, and she goes, oh, I would love that. I see that as at the boat landings. I see that at Sisklet Lake Campground. Not everybody has cash. Not everybody writes checks. And Tasha has, said it's just, she sometimes says, well, come back next week and pay us. Because people expect that they can use a credit card when they can't. So, we don't have to make a decision tonight by any way, but, and Tasha hasn't looked at the details of it, but I would think that Whitney and Brett could sit down with her and go through it and they'd figure out what they would want. But she's definitely in favor of it. And my attitude is whatever keeps Tasha happy, we do.
Well, it definitely would improve the record keeping out there and make it easier. You'd have a better tracking system.
Yeah, there's not, we tracked it, RD always tracked how much we got from the, picking up the stuff free at the well and all over town and, what it really costs the town to have tourism. Because, we could maybe even do a voluntary thing there, but, at some point you just stop tracking because there's nothing you can do about it. I mean, it's just, but I think it would, yeah, but anyway, Tasha's in favor of it, so. So I don't know if you want to make a decision or not. If you want to, I'll make a motion that we, explore, the payment, options for the recycle center, and then we can maybe make a decision next month, or maybe we don't need a motion then. Maybe just table it.
Yeah, I think we can just table it. I mean, I think it's a good idea to at least start moving in that direction. It's kind of the future.
Well, we can take SDR payments.
The downside is we're gonna have to charge more to cover
To cover the
fees,
cost of it.
which isn't gonna be a whole lot, but still. But, I mean, I kind of assumed we would be in favor of moving forward with it, but I didn't want to have a whole presentation because I don't know all the details or.
Right, I think that's.
I think we have to
That's an important run.
talk with, get it set up so that it works for the people using it before we get too far down the path.
Yeah.
But also we need to be fair to the public in saying it's gonna cost you a little bit more.
Well, it's only gonna cost them if they use it.
Well-
We can still take checks and cash, right?
Well, if they use this app, that's the thing I need to work out. The way I read the contract that was included is it's their fee per transaction.
Right,
But the transaction, if you use cash, that's a transaction
oh, okay,
on the app.
yeah, I don't think they would use the app for that then, I think.
But that was the
We'd have
point.
to straighten.
Straighten it out because that was part of the tracking part is using the app for everything because then you're tracking everything.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
So
Okay.
those are the
Yeah,
details.
There's a cost.
Now I understand.
We would want them here to, and Whitney did offer to be here, but I didn't know if we needed that at this
Yeah.
point.
Well, I think we can wait a month.
And I
Yeah,
think there was an annual fee involved in it too.
And
Well,
the
we-
credit card companies also charge.
Yeah,
Per transaction.
I don't know if there was an annual fee in this one, but I don't remember. It
Well,
was.
this would
it
be
was on-
more complicated than just using the one that we had before, that was $10 even. This one's more complicated because one bag is $2, one bag is $5.
Right.
All this different kind of stuff. So it's a little bit more complicated system. So that's why Tasha wanted a cash register. And so we bought an inexpensive cash register, and the instruction manual was in Chinese, translated. We could not make it work. We could not make it work. She was hoping that, oh shoot, the guy just, his name just escapes me, but the guy who's with the computer skills could maybe figure out. Andrew, maybe Andrew could figure out how to work the cash. So, yeah, well, let's find out more, but yeah, anyway, Tasha's in general, she's in favor of it.
Okay.
The last slide that you sent out, last page, it says it's $54 a year or $6 a month for subscription.
For that one, yeah.
Which isn't huge, but it's still.
Yeah, well then plus each transaction.
Right, plus the transaction.
There's a lot of people in this town that are still on flip phones. And to
Yeah,
do electronically
No,
would be challenging for them.
yeah, right, I don't think we can,
Yeah,
I don't think we
yeah.
can purely
But there is the cash option. So, I
Right.
mean, it's,
Yeah.
and then we'll just see what the transactions cost. Because, yeah, I mean, if people are people, and if you get too expensive, we're gonna have more stuff at the Flowing Well and more stuff at the other places in town. So it's a fine balance.
All right, let's pick it up next month then. All right, we have exploring the potential for a cell tower on town land. The email that I sent out, I had just got before I sent it to you guys. So last week, this guy contacted me. And this company contracts with Verizon, and this area has been identified for more cell coverage. So they're reaching out to private owners, private landowners, and now the town with the question of, would this even be an option? So I guess what we need to figure out is if we want to get more information and go down this road at all or not.
We need more information because it could impact the airport usage.
Well, that's the thing you have to find out. We do own land up to Birch Hill Road, and potentially I see that the only place that could go is basically right next to Birch Hill Road. But, if it's even possible with the airport there. But before anything, we either need to figure out if we want more information on this, or we don't even want to deal with it.
Well, I think more information would hurt. I really want to make sure that everybody that lives in the town of Bell has a chance to think about it, talk about it, and, I don't want to rush into any kind of a decision, but more, we have bad cell
Yeah, cell
coverage.
coverage.
You can't deny that. It'd be, there's pros and cons, I don't know how much lighting it would do, if it would wreck people that would go out there to watch the aurora or go out there to watch the stars, we have a dark sky initiative here. It's just kind of why I voted against the streetlight last month, but, yeah, so I just think we need more people to find out that this is a possibility and get the public's feelings on it too.
Well, and there are private options probably.
Yeah, so
Private landowners.
yeah, so if they, the town could benefit from the $9,000 a year, there's no doubt about that. We have to do what's right for the taxpayer too. So we have to think about that, because if it goes on private land, they could negotiate their own thing and we'd be losing out on that, so.
And everybody on the board got this, but just for the public and for the record, so to speak. What we have, some details so far, because I asked him a bunch of questions and he put this email together as basically what we know now is, they would build the road and the infrastructure, they'd be responsible for all those costs. The facility, the tower facility would cover approximately 75 feet by 75 feet. The tower would be about 255 feet tall. And it would be for Verizon and 1 to 2 additional communication providers. Like I said, they would have like an access easement to it with a road that they'd be responsible for maintaining. And the other kind of, I guess the other important parts that, none of it's set in stone, but they're kind of basic thing that I guess they offer / propose is they would seek a 5-year initial term with 9 automatic 5-year renewal terms for a commitment of 50 years. And they would pay monthly to the town. And they're saying around $750 a month, and that would escalate 1.5% yearly. That's kind of the overview of the statistics that they have for us, stats. So I told them on the phone, I'm gonna bring it to the board before anything, and if we wanna explore this more, I think he did put in here, because I asked them what their timeline would be. If they did move forward with it, or if we did move forward with it, and this, if we had some kind of agreement, they would probably break around the second quarter of 2027. Construction would take approximately 3 to 4 weeks. And then Verizon would take another 2 weeks to do their setup. So, I guess if we want some kind of motion to move forward, and then I'd like to come up with a list of questions and concerns, and I already have a few, but if we're gonna get more information, we need information.
Do we need a motion to get more information?
Well, just because this is gonna turn into a big deal potentially, yeah, I would like that.
No, I think we should investigate it. I mean, I think we're silly not to investigate it. Just from the standpoint, more information is better than no information. Then we decide from there where to take it. So.
I would just say, as long as it doesn't go on too long, we can't keep.
No, you can't kick it down the road.
Yeah, we run into trouble with that all too often,
Yeah.
so.
But yeah, we need a couple months of people talking amongst themselves and getting back to us. So,
I agree.
yeah, we need all the credit, credit copy people to talk about it. The senior, get the word out. Of course, we just got it, so we're not. Would you want a motion to investigate it? Without you said
Sure.
that? Yeah, I move that we investigate the possibilities of a cell tower on town line.
Okay,
I'll second.
okay, the motion is made and seconded. Is there any more discussion?
I would like to make this contingent upon him getting approval from the Wisconsin Department of Transportation, that if it's even doable.
Well,
Based on the size, the size of the tower.
what, the motion is for more information, so
Okay.
that really can't be
Yeah.
contingent on the
Alright.
DOT. I get what you're saying.
Yeah, I'm with you, I'm with you
Yeah,
100%.
yeah.
Yeah, I agree on
Yeah.
that,
But we're not committing.
That would be part of our information.
Yeah.
But I agree. So any more discussion? All those in favor say aye. All those opposed say aye. So then I think, everybody should come up with a list of questions and concerns that you have or that you hear. And I don't know when to bring this back up, a month or two, whatever, but I don't know, we'll just see what happens, I guess. Sound good?
Put it on as old business and just, we're there.
All right, is that all we got on that? All right, increase insurance values of town buildings. So, another email that you all got. I just want to pull up the list because what they did was our insurance agent went through and reevaluated our buildings, and according to them, a lot of them, or several, were underinsured, which I think is true, but I don't think they raised them enough on some of them. Let me see if I can find it here. Okay. So I think we should probably just go with, for right now, go with their revised values, but I think some of them, I'd like to talk to them about increasing them even more. Because even their revised value on this building is only 1.5 million, which I don't think you could build this building for 1.5 million. And some of the other buildings are valued kind of high, like 300,000 for the old building, the cold storage building, so.
$40,000 for the flight.
Yeah.
Which might not be out of line now.
So these are just insurance appraisals, basically.
So I think it would be a good idea to probably just go with that now, because some of them were way too low. So if something were to happen, but I think some of them we can adjust though. We should.
Have we had any claims
On what?
on any of our buildings with the insurance?
I mean, at some point, yeah, I think we had water damage, flooding here one time or a couple times, but I don't think anything major.
The reason I ask is because I think the higher deductible would make sense for us.
Yeah.
Because if we go 1 year without having any problems, we just paid for that.
Yeah, it would make sense. Because it changes our
premium.
Our premium from like $2,500 to $1,000 increase. Roughly.
But if we went to higher deductible, it didn't change much at all, right?
Well, right now our premium's $20,973. If we went with $1,000 deductible, it would be $23,466. If we went with a $2,500 deductible, it would be $22,540.
So it would go up $500,
$1,500.
$600.
No, $1,500.
$1,500.
It's almost $21,000.
Oh, okay, it's under 20, okay.
Yeah. So.
Wish it was a math was.
So, I mean, I think most of the time with these things, I just do it with insurance, but this is a bigger hike, so.
Yeah. No, I agree with you. I think we ought to increase those values just because we covered them, and we can always adjust down those other ones, like you said.
All right, so I'll just make a motion that we go with increase with a higher deductible.
I'll second.
Motion is made and seconded. Is there any more discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed say aye. Don't oppose. All right, short-term rental permit approvals. Paul?
So some people are still trying to submit their short-term rental online, and we made it real clear in the letter that they can't do it. We made it real clear on the form they can't do it. So anyway, we're getting people, I think the deadline is March 15th, but it's a soft deadline. But anyway, we have 6 people that have gotten their permits in on time. And the committee recommended that we approve the short-term rental applications for Hovey, the Koch, Wanbig, Heath, Martinson, and Miller. And we are awaiting the Martinson check. So I would recommend that we approve these, but not have Mary Beth send them their certificates until we have all this stuff. This way they can start writing. It's good faith. The checks are, they try to pay online, the checks are in the mail, but all the paperwork, then they gave up and they just sent in PDFs and stuff like that. We went through and they were complete. Had to call up one person to change the 240 days. They were at 244 days. So we asked them which end of it they wanted to cut off. And so we got that straightened out and stuff. So we recommend that these 6 short-term rental approvals occur.
Okay.
There's 7, because Louis.
Actually, Lee has 2,
Yeah.
right? The same person has 2. Yep, thank you.
So are you making the motion?
Yes.
I'll second.
So the motion is made and seconded to approve these STR permits, contingent on, payment.
Right.
All those in favor, is there any more discussion? All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, say aye. There's no opposed. All right,
If, excuse me for a second, if people are wondering, no new SCRs have showed up for over a year. We have two more SDRs that came in after our meeting on Monday, so we won't be able to approve them till April. So that would give us 9 short-term rentals. We expect, say 25. We lost a few. Jane sold her house and that won't be SDR'd, and a couple people said we're not gonna do it anymore. So so it seems like we've maybe peaked. Because we haven't had anybody new. I think the people that buy Margie Romans intend to SDR that, but we'll see what happens. But yeah, just for public information, it looks like we'll be down a few from where we were last year. And last year, I think we had 27 or 28. So.
all right, thank you. So we're back to another public comment period. Yes, Mark.
I apologize for being late. I went down a rabbit hole and lost track of the time. So I was late to the meeting for the sanitary district. The report is that the DNR is reconfiguring our debt forgiveness. And it looks like it's going away or down. So I had to send them information yesterday as to all the residents within the collection system, if they're seasonal, if they're permanent residents, and so on and so forth. And the other thing is our cost estimate is 2 years old too. So we're working to fine tune everything. So when we finally get around to having something to talk about, we'll have a lot better information. But the only thing that we know for sure is that we are going to receive that earmark from Tammy Baldwin for $1.1 million. So I wanted to say that. That was my report for the sanitary district. And I would like to say that $9,000 a year sounds very good to the sanitary district for a tower. And we do have land on that point. So if you guys don't want to do it, have them talk to us. With that, I'll sit down.
Any other public comments?
I just have a comment to address some of what Paul was talking about with the recycle centers. Last year was the first year that we used Venmo for our crawl. And a quarter of our vendors chose to pay with Venmo, which was a surprise to us. But it made it much more convenient. And I know there is some small fee, that it charges. Right now, ours is under one of the members of the board. They Venmo to hers and then she gives us the money. But I just think that it is a sign of the future and we really probably do need to do something to accommodate people with different ways of paying because there are places now that don't want your cash, you know, so people don't carry it. But that's all.
Thank you. Any other public comments? Matt?
Can I make one more? Just after the ice skate parking in this town and everything that happened during that time, when I was taking down all the signs for the one day that they were open, a lot of work that me and Matt Lazaruk put into this. But the amazing thing that needs to be, everybody needs to hear is that I found 2 pieces of garbage.
Wow.
2. This, in my opinion, this was the most respectful group of people I've ever,
Yeah.
and they parked, I mean, we painted lines on grass. I was quite pleased with how everything laid out, how respectful they were. We had no parking violations. I think one little fender bender out here, it wasn't a great day because it was fun, so. Just wanted to let everybody know I was 2 pieces of garbage. I guarantee you if this was the 4th of July, there'd been way more. So it was not a bad, I didn't have a bad experience.
Wonderful, thanks, man. And then, do we have a report on how many cars paid?
Yes, I was gonna put on the agenda next month, cause I was hoping we were gonna have a debrief with the Park Service and get all the information, but I think it was 464 cars paid to park.
Wow.
In the town.
Voluntarily.
One double paid, so 463.
No, there's more in here that, there's blank lines and there's, veiled. So it's about 460.
Okay, I don't know what you're looking at. The report she gave me was 464, but
Right.
either way, that comes out to 4,200 and something off the top of my head. Fees, stuff taken out. So we'll have a better report on what it cost us for everything and hopefully the county side of it and the Park Service numbers and all that next month. But I think that worked out pretty well.
Yeah, I agree.
Good test the one day.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was your highest hurdle, is your initial upfront cost for porta potties and stuff like that. You only used it one day.
yeah, so all things considered, it worked out well for the town.
One day inconvenience on Monday is fine with me. Maybe you could ask them to have a Monday next year too.
That would be all.
Any other public comments? All right, we have a motion to adjourn.
I move that we adjourn.
I'll second.
Motion is made and seconded. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, say aye. We are adjourned. Thank you all for coming.
I can't believe it, they're going through like that. I don't know, you do it on time.
You know, these thankless jobs, like, what's that?
Why, thank you.